That was Stephen Evans. With me now is Rita Clifton. She's the chair of a business consultancy called BrandCap. He's right, isn't he, Stephen? They will be parting at Apple. What about Samsung? Because they don't seem to be handling this particularly deftly.
No, they haven't. I mean, this is clearly a very serious situation for one of the world's top 10 brands, and particularly one with a reputation for quality, technological excellence and so on in a hyper-competitive market. They have not, they definitely get a could-do-better score when it comes to handling this crisis. And of course, everything will depend on how they handle it from now on in.
You use the word crisis because this launch mattered hugely. The timing couldn't be worse for them.
It's true, the timing couldn't be worse, but that's also been one of the enemies of this situation, which is that they wanted to get this product out as quickly as possible because they are in such a tight competitive situation. It's a race for the top, a race for innovation. And Samsung, to their credit, have been extremely good in that so far, and that's cast a great halo across the brand and propelled it to the position it's in right now.
Well, the first time these fires were reported, they put their hands up and said, we've got a problem, we're just going to stop while we sort it out. Then the real problems kicked in because the replacements did the same.
Absolutely. I think they've been slightly paralysed by that situation. And of course, they started to blame some of their suppliers. That's always in the 101, what some companies do. But there are three things you've got to do in this situation. First and foremost, you've got to get out there and own and acknowledge the problem. Say that we're going to deal with it. Secondly, you've got to go way beyond what you think is legally or minimally necessary in terms of gestures or procedures and processes in the future. But third, you've got to communicate, and that's clearly something that they have not done so far. We've seen no human face appear for Samsung on such an important brand.
There's the damage, the financial damage, because this is going to cost them in terms of non-sales of phones and having to pay those who have bought them back. There's the share value, which is also causing them real problems. There's also that you can't put a price on it, the emotional attachment that people will have to their phones and, as a result, to a brand. How do you value that?
Well, you can value brands, you can put a value on a brand, whether that's market value if it were going to be sold tomorrow, or indeed, literally valuing a brand as an asset. Now, by all these standards, Samsung is extremely successful, but again, the basis of the trust, the basis of the relationship with the customer is on, is it going to work? Is it going to be safe? Is it going to be reliable? That has been a major part of Samsung's advantages, and that clearly is something that's been very badly shaken in this situation.
And would you be advising Samsung right now to be thinking about a new phone, not called Galaxy, not called Note anything, but a whole new concept?
No, they've got a very strong brand. I mean, you can recover even from very dire situations. If you think about Toyota, this was a brand that was associated with killing people. It's difficult to think of a worse situation and association that you could have. You can recover. What Toyota did was get someone out to apologise, to explain what they were doing, make it feel like a more human situation, and that was a strong brand in the first place. Samsung could do the same, but clearly they've got to go way beyond what they have been doing so far, and they particularly need to get out there and say what it is they're going to do in the future that will prevent this ever happening again, and also reassure people on the basis of their trust in Samsung.
Rita, it's good of you to come in. Rita Clifton, thank you very much.
Thank you.